Ancient wonders. The River Nile. The desert. The wonderfully blue Red Sea. The Sinai. And gorgeous resorts. The old and the new treasures of Egypt.
I was about to arrive in Cairo, the capital of a dream destination for many travellers. Cairo is Egypt. In Arabic, this city and nation are known by the same name, and it's through this gateway that you'll enter the splendours of a nation that has been home to pharaohs, Romans, Greeks, colonial Brits, Turks and Arabs before the independent Egyptians of today. I began my journey 9 hours away in Bangkok.
Wow. Next stop, Egypt.
From the tropical climate of the Far East, the dry sands of the desert beckoned. When you arrive in Cairo, you'll see a city of contrasts, where the old sits beside the new and where multiculturalism has existed for millennia.
Cairo, there is no other city in the world like Cairo. The inner city area has about 8 million people, and in the greater city area, about 16 million people, and they're from all over this region. You've got every type of nationality, many different religions. This is a place of great ethnic diversity and lots of great things to see.
From the riverfront, I made my way to the past, to Old Cairo. You'll see the oldest mosque in Egypt alongside the oldest synagogue, alongside the oldest churches. Christian or Coptic Cairo is in fact the oldest part of the city. Christianity dates back to 40 AD and flourished for 600 years before Islam became the predominant faith of Egypt. An essential part of any visit here is a brief stop at an awa or coffee house. You can also join in a few friendly debates.
Your coffee is famous,
yes,
is it? And your
yes,
food is famous.
Eating Egyptian eat very nice.
Yes.
حتى اليهود لما كانوا هنا.
We live here in Egypt, loving peace and good relations with all the people.
It's a wonderful
Yes,
thing.
it was like the one family.
People.
Yes, like one big
One
family.
Yeah. Big family in Egypt.
Well, cheers. I think that's very good.
Yes, very nice.
I'll drink
On the
that.
shores of the river, on what is actually an island known as Gezira, you'll find the Gezira Palace, built by the Khedive Ismail in the mid-19th century. These days it's known as the Cairo Marriott Hotel.
Now, I've stayed in some palatial hotels before, but this one truly is a palace. It was built for the opening of the Suez Canal in 1869, but not to house mere tourists. It was meant for various members of the European Monarchy, among them Empress Eugenie of France, wife of Napoleon III. And many of the rooms here were actually modelled on her own residence in Paris.
In the palace, we have most of our restaurants, banquet areas, and especially in the banquet areas, we still have a lot of furniture and antiquities from the good old times. We employ 3 curators who are working basically at night to maintain and repair antiquities to really keep the standard. It's not very cheap to operate, but it's worth the while. I'm very, very excited about this hotel. There are many hotels which are more modern, maybe technology-wise a bit ahead of us, but this hotel has flair, it has culture, it has history, and it's really very special. So I really enjoy working here, and here now since 3.5 years almost. And my predecessor was here for 17 years, so I have another 13.5 to go.
Wow. And you'd like to stay that long?
I wouldn't mind. I love the country, I love the people. It's probably one of the safest countries and the safest city in the world. I mean, if you imagine Cairo having 18 million people living here, plus minus 2 million, I wouldn't hesitate anybody walking the streets at 3 in the morning.
Today, this gracious building is a popular gathering place for both visitors and local residents who can relax in a haven of green in the city heart.
It's a nice spot to sit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice, especially when the weather is as fine as it is today.
Yeah. Now, I want to dispel the myth that Cairo and Egypt is not just all pyramids and sand and camels, is it?
I don't think so. Like, look around you, and you can do all sorts of things in Cairo, apart from like sightseeing and stuff. You can go out and like have lunch in like 1,000 places, and you can go clubbing, and there's a bar scene, a very active bar scene, and you can go out in the mornings, go to pools and country clubs, and you can do all sorts of sightseeing, whether Islamic and Coptic and like Quranic.
And shopping.
And you can do, yeah, shopping. Big
Shopping,
time.
wow.
Big time.
There are more than 1,200 rooms here and 7 presidential suites.
And this is the view from the presidential suite, the heart of vibrant Cairo and the river that brings it life, the mighty Nile.
It's the longest river in the world and has shaped the history of Egypt. Egyptian nights are filled with colour. While a belly dancer spins to an oriental song, you can dine on flat bread, mezza, hummus, tahini, ground meat kofta and grilled kebabs. Finish it off with a traditional shisha pipe. After the break, the mystery and majesty of the pyramids.